What's up, YouTube? Just got off of work, and I wanted to make a video with no real intent. I kind of just wanted to show, I guess I do have an intent. The intent being that I just kind of wanted to show what I've been listening to and enjoying lately. I'm drinking, the 2 times you've seen me drink beer in videos, it's cheap stuff. I don't have much work these days, and most of my money goes to record stuff. So I get this cheap stuff every once in a while. Another High Life pint. I think these things are, a 4-pack of these are $3.50. I don't give a fuck. So my palate, I don't have one. Maybe from smoking all those years, or who knows. Right now, we're listening to, I just pulled this one out. This is a great John Prine record. I love most of the earlier John Prine records. Sweet Revenge playing right now, Christmas in Prison, which I almost did a cover for you guys, but it was too serious. Dear Abby, Mexican Home. Great record. Steve Goodman on a lot of these tracks, just a great player, great songwriter as well. There's some great performances of him on YouTube. There's one in particular I'm thinking of where he messes up the words, so he makes up a second verse, and the second verse that he makes up is beautiful. And I've had my share of moments on stage where I've made up words, and I've been like, wow, I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. That was really good. A couple times it's been recorded, but to see it happen, you just get this. It just makes you smile, just to know that there's this world that people live in, that you exist in as well, and just recognize that they just had a great experience. And anyway, so Steve Goodman, if you like John Prine, I think Steve Goodman gets pretty unrecognized, but it's a great record. Great, look at this. Camouflage, High Life, John Prine. I might be from the South. I lived in Brooklyn for a few years, but didn't take the South out of me. Speaking of all this, I actually, I go back and forth on the actual term redneck, but I have a section back here that's country music, southern rock. That's the section. But recently I just added metal and hard rock to it, so it's my redneck section now. They all fit together in my head. They all get played on the same radio stations around here. Wanted to show, I guess, too, some stuff I've been listening to. I hope this audio syncs up. That would be nice if it did. I don't know if it will. It's lagging on preview here. Record I've been blowing up a lot lately is Spoon's album, Ga 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 Ga. This is Merge 2007, I believe. It's easily their tightest, most concise release. Yeah, 2007. This is a great record. I love Spoon. Girls Can Tell, Kill the Moonlight, and this are my favorite Spoon records. Probably in that order. Never actually, Gimme Fiction came before this and after Kill the Moonlight, and I never really gave it a chance for some reason. I'm sure there's some people out here who would defend it. I just haven't listened to it. A couple songs that I've heard, I wasn't into, but and past this either. Even their earlier stuff, I'm kind of indifferent. But this record is just, maybe it's just their poppiest, dirtiest, Motown of a record. This is really good. Ga 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 Ga. Of course, the title of the record is the onomatopoeia of the piano notes of track 2. Ghost of You Lingers. If you're familiar with the song, makes sense. But great record. I've been playing it the past 3 days, at least once a day. Really good. Got that from a friend of mine way back, like $6. It's good. Let's see what else I've been playing here. This is a recent record from my vinyl update. The June Brides, There Are 8 Million Stories. Has a more punk energy than I initially thought. I thought it was going to be, more Bell and Sebastian-esque. This is before Bell and Sebastian. Of course, this is from 85. But it's a really raw record. Great jangle, guitars, and just really good stuff. I mentioned in the video that they're releasing something this year, which seems like a lot of these bands are kind of getting some reunion action. Pastels, another band of the C86 sound, that have a new album coming out this year. But I highly recommend, if you like 80s indie pop, this is definitely worth your while. It's good stuff. I expected, with some of that music, there's always like a track or two where either the production or it's just something ham-fisted and sentimental and bad, but that had none of it. It's just good times. See, I've listened to this twice in the last couple weeks. It's the only ambient record, I think, that I have, and it kind of makes me, I've always really liked Tim Hecker. I don't have any of his releases. This Amp, Bliss Out, Volume 2. This is part of a series called Bliss Out, and this is because it's on Darla Records, and a different artist, musician, does each release. So it's only one per. This is Amp. This is 97, and actually, all tracks written by Amp. Can I get some lighting here? Aerial escapes. This is just careful how far you let yourself drift. We've encountered difficulties returning from this one. That's not right. It's been raining the last 2 days, and it's really hit the spot for that. I've found a lot of these ambient releases, lighting. A lot of these ambient releases are kind of hard to come by. This one as well. But I lucked out finding this one in a bargain bin, but really good. Hope you guys don't mind. I'm not really hurrying through this one. I just kind of wanted to do a little. Dear Abby. This version's live. John Prine is an excellent live performer. Huge influence. I showed this video, or this record, it's like one of the earlier videos that I did, and it's been in my rotation since then. So at least 2 or 3 months, 2 months, I don't know how long I've been doing this, but Oneness of Juju, African Rhythms, excellent. The title track is phenomenal. This is an original, Blackfire, 75. I actually found this in a Goodwill, you guys. I think this has been reissued, if anyone's interested. But just an excellent record. I don't know much about the personnel on this recording. Produced by Plunky Kabindi, if that rings a bell for anybody. It's actually one of 2 African records that I've been spinning a lot lately. The second being, and I hate that I'm going to butcher these names. I should have looked. I don't know if the D's are silent, the N's are silent. But Baba Mal and Mansour Sek, Jean Lilai. I don't know. This says 10. I got this in a Goodwill for $1. A DJ, I think, or something had dropped off a collection. I was just there at the right time. This is kind of, if you could call it like. I hate to use comparisons like this, but it's I'm not gonna. It's like close harmony. It's 2 acoustic guitars, 2 voices. So you have this like African folk. This record is beautiful. It really is. This came out in 1985 or 89. Sorry. I think the concert. Yeah, this performance is from 85. These 2 gentlemen here. This is on Mango. No. That's Mango, which is an Island Records company. Has the Road Records imprint on here as well. The label is actually pretty cool. Just a very easygoing vibe, but just subtly complex. This music is doing a lot of stuff, as with a lot of African music. It pulls off complex rhythms so effortlessly that you don't even realize it, which I guess is part of the appeal. Cheers, guys. This is my first drink of the night, so it won't be too the boy Ellis-esque. Unfortunately, I wish it would be. I need to do one. It'll happen, you guys. Just gotta get more comfortable. But Mr. Hall of Fame, if you're watching this for whatever reason, congrats on those 2,000 subscribers. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a response. I've only been watching you since recently, and honestly, LJ did such an amazing video. I might still do one, but that sums up. I couldn't watch that video without a smile on my face. It's fantastic. Let's see what else we got here. I've been listening to Big Star a lot since Brett's video on Friday on the Turntable, of #1 record. This is deceiving. This looks like a first press here, but wah wah. Flip it around, it's a Big Beat 1986 reissue, direct metal from digital tapes. The record sounds like it has fuzz on it. Nope, might just be a rough copy, but yeah. So yeah, this is I've heard an original press of this on a really good system. My boss listened to it, and I mean, obviously it's an original press plus a better system than mine, but I mean, I have a nice cartridge, not the best turntable, but this sounds good enough for the time being, and I was able to get this and Radio City for a very reasonable price. So these hold the spot for now, and they sound okay. I mean, I don't have the CDs or anything, so we'll do the trick. I mean, I don't have to say much about Big Star. This was from an early vinyl update as well. Also been in heavy rotation. Nazi Star, so tonight that I might see. This is a plain recordings issue, and you can definitely tell. Unfortunately, I am going to be on the lookout for the original. Absolutely, because this is a beautiful record. You can see just how cheaply this is done. For instance, I don't know if you can tell here. Let's see if we can get some light. If you see, you can see a band there, right there. There's like no groove information in that. Like barely you can see anything, and it's the noisiest. It's the noisiest bit on an incredibly quiet song, and it's a bummer. But this is such a great record. Capitol, I believe, released the original, and I got this for 12. So honestly, the way I'm gonna do that is see if I can find an original when I get some money or something. See if I can find an original for about the same price. I can sell this one. I could probably get $6 at the store at one of the local record stores for this that does like newer music. He pays like half price of what he's going to sell it for. So I can get 6 and I can get a new reissue. I can probably get the original for, as long as I keep those numbers together in my head, I can more or less swap it out. Although I'll probably end up using the money I make on this on another record. Anyway, I'm not sure if any of that made sense. Either way, I'm going to be looking to upgrade this copy because, as I mentioned in the first video, this art sucks too. The typeset is just awful. It looks like it was done on one of those web picture editor things that just can't handle fonts really well. Anyway, another record that I've been listening to. I got this for I think $3. It's on Casablanca 1979 Space. Fucking love this band. French prog disco. I really don't listen to that much prog or psych, which kind of, I listen to more psych than I do prog, but it kind of makes me a little bit of an outlier in the PC. But if I can get more disco prog, these guys, I think most famous for the song Magic Fly. Excellent record. I'm not sure what press. I've seen a couple different copies of this record. One has this all in blue. I'm not sure where this stands. It is Casablanca though, and I'm pretty sure that's this is the U.S. press. So maybe the blue one is overseas. Fantastic record. Kind of reminds me of, because it's French, I guess, and electronic. Kind of reminds me of Air. If Air were a lot more funky and made for the dance floor. This is a bunch of honky motherfuckers making this music. Honky and pretentious at the same time. Dope. Highly recommend this. This Magic Fly obviously is the single I mentioned before. That's an album, and then they have an album after this, Deliverance. Been looking for both. Was really happy to find this in a record store in Philly for $3, and the clerk there was really excited I was picking this up because it had been there for a while, and she had played it a whole bunch and tried to push it on a few people, but it didn't take. Me, of course, had geeked out when I saw it, especially for the price. Anyway, so that's some stuff I've been listening to. I've been listening to the Super Hits record. Also, this Keith Jarrett record, which I'm not sure if I'm going to keep. This, if you ever see this stack here, this is a stack of records that I'm not sure if I want to keep. They're, I listen to them and see if I want to keep them. So if you ever see anything there that interests you, I'll probably sell it for the right price. But this, I probably won't end up selling because I sold it once already and I bought another copy. So it's not a good sign. But both times I did it, I bought it, I've listened to it once and then set on the shelf forever. And the other thing about this record is I really, really cannot stand the sound of an electric grand piano. If you're going to play electric piano, don't have it pretend to be a grand piano, you know? And I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. Maybe it is a grand though. It is shaped like a grand, but I know they do a lot of those things where they put the keyboard inside the fake grand body. It doesn't sound like a piano to me. Anyway, I'm not sure. It's a bunch of noodling, but some of Keith Jarrett's better records are just that. What's the other one? Organ and hymns or something like that. Hymns and organs. That's just him noodling on an organ, and that's a great record. But anyway, someone sell me on this record. All right, I'm gonna do something productive around the house. I just got home, so something productive like watch Freaks and Geeks. All right, thanks for listening. If you did, this was just a ramble of a video. Y'all take it easy.